Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We've got some Target Scope 01 darts for you today. Obviously, this is like a really interesting looking dart. I love the sort of like design on the box with that scope that zooms in on the barrel. Looks quite cool and looks like it could be an interesting type of grip from what I can see on there. But what I think we'll do is we'll go and get these out over at the table and we'll have a closer look. We're over at the table with the Target Scope 01 darts in 23 gram. Beautiful sort of looking case here. We've got like a close up of a bit of the dart there, almost in a scope or a lens of a camera. Bit of an image of flights and everything behind as well, with the scope going down here and the information about the dart. Over on the back, we got images of all the different scope dart range there. Obviously, we've got the 01, which is here in its full setup. Tells you what's in the box and obviously some information down here as well. Let's get them out, have a closer look. It comes in this white EVA foam insert. You've got the SP tool down here and all three darts already set up, ready to throw, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's get one out, have a closer look. Starting at the front, we have a standard steel SP point. Not the longest, it's quite a short one. And then we go into this slightly tapered, almost ball nose, but it is a slight taper here, before going into the first section of the grip, where we have a very wide square cut groove and then a twin ring which is separated by this red inlay. Then we go into the front section of a grip, which is a standard ring grip. They're slightly rounded, they're not quite square cut, but they're evenly spaced, and it's got this lovely coating on there. It's almost like a rough coating, but it's in this beautiful sort of like grey. Then we have a separation between the front grip and this midsection, where I do like the fact it's got this angled grooves going around there. So it's not a lateral and it's not sort of like vertical ring or anything. It is angled down at a 45-degree angle. Then you have the etched in Target logo, which is in this square that's been separately sort of like milled in the section, and you have another one on the back, but there's nothing etched in there. Then we have another grip section here where the rings are slightly narrower and slightly more, well, I wouldn't say square cut, they're still slightly rounded off, but I can definitely feel it's a little bit more grippy than that bit at the front for myself. My fingers just fit into those grooves just right. And then we have another section at the back separating with the twin ring and the red inlay groove. Then it tapers here at the back going into this red Target short stem, and we had the scope flights. Overall, it's a nice parallel dart. This coating is almost like a stone grip feel to it, and it definitely looks like it as well. Two distinct grip sections at the front and at the back, but you could even use this midsection as a grip if you sort of like get in between those two squares either side. Measurements on this: at its widest area, it is 6.35 millimeters, and the barrel length is 53 millimeters. Plenty of grip zones, a nice parallel dart with a center balance as well. Looking forward to giving these a go. What I think we'll do, we'll head straight over to the board and see how we get on. So we're over in the dart room and we got some Target scope darts for you. These are the 01s, the parallel version. Liking the looks of these. It's got a lovely sort of like almost stone type grip on there. Quite a good looking colour with the red, black and grey and what have you. Going to have a couple of throws to get used to them before we go into our practice routine. So let's see how we get on with them. Got a nice steady 60. Going in at a nice angle. Just need to correct for the weight and the sort of like length of the stem and everything. Pulled that to the right. or just 22, but they're all around about the right height. Overcorrecting a little bit. I'm still getting a clean release. The grip's not too bad, and that sort of like stone coating definitely adds a little bit more of a grip element. So we should be alright, and we can go straight into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Or that was in there, but it dropped out. Only 75 in the end. We've left ourselves 126. I think a grippier point would help. Or 58 scored. Left us 68. And in 3 darts. There we go. All in all, the dart itself feels really, really nice. Changing the points would help with the grip issue, and most probably just changing the setup with the flights and the stem and that would help me with just a little bit more of a consistent throw with the flight through the air. But the dart itself feels really, really nice, plenty of grip area, and I got a really clean release, and it felt quite natural in the throw. So let's have a final thought. Unfortunately, I didn't do great. I did do it in 9 darts, which is what I tried to aim in. That's sort of like the average. The grip itself felt really, really nice. Um, it's not an overly grippy dart or anything, but with the grooves in between the rings and that, it does add a nice smooth release. And being a parallel dart, there was plenty of grip zones on there, whether you were a front, rear, or mid gripper. And I did like that extra detailing in the middle as well, with those like angled grooves and that, and the square cut around the target logo. I thought that was a nice little touch to it. And the coating on this added a bit of a grip element as well, and it looks really, really nice going through the air. I'm going to give it a grip rating of 2.5. Like I said, it's not overly gripping. My fingers and that didn't catch on anything. It gave me a nice clean release, and I reckon if I had longer with them, I'd definitely be able to play better, because it's the sort of dart I like. It gives you a nice, easy release, and I can play about with my grip area and move it slightly forward and back, and it's going to feel the same no matter what. Weights that this come in, it comes in 22, 23, and 24, which is really, really good. It's got that mid-range on there. It's not a massive range for light or heavy darts, but definitely something for most people. And obviously, there's all the different shapes that come in different weights and everything as well. So if you like the grip, you could always try one of the other shapes, and you might even have a bit of a push point or something from there. Price point for this is £59.95. It's a 90% tungsten dart. Obviously, it's got the extra milling and everything in there. You've got the Swiss point as well. I think that's a average sort of price for most 90% tungsten darts now, so it's not breaking the bank, and you won't be too disappointed if you sort of like try them and then you want to pass them on to someone else or sell them on sort of thing. You're not gonna sort of like break the bank too much. If you've got a set of these, or you're looking at getting a set, or you've got any questions or anything, head on down into the comment section. I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. And make sure you head on over to dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. When you've got 5 minutes or half an hour, there's something for everyone, and it might be something that piques your interest. Make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. Lots coming up in the future, and as always, come back, check it out again soon. Bye.